Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Under Heaven. We got back from work. I think our housemates are having a get together of some kind. I'm a little confused about that, a little dodgy. But hey, you know what? We're gonna find out. Either that, or we're gonna sleep through it. Have you ever done that, guys? Have you ever had like a party in your house and you just kind of like went, "No, I'm gonna sleep. I'm gonna sleep." Who cares? Get-togethers? Never heard of them. I don't think I've ever done that. But it could happen. It could happen. Exhaustion hits hard as soon as the door to my room closes behind me. I think about just crawling into bed in my work clothes, but it isn't worth it. My fingers feel slow when unwieldy as I strip. God, better to nearly burn out before a few days off. Wait, before a few days off, I guess. If it had been at the start of the week, if I had to work tomorrow, just the thought makes me feel like crying. I sit on the bed, blank and heavy and defeated. What's the joke people always make in this sort of situation? It's a living? No reaction. I guess it's not that funny. I crawl under the sheets on my side, like I've always slept. Slept since I got the Gen 2s. Oh, right, yeah. I guess that would be like weird on the back, right? You could I guess if you just like don't care, you can still sleep on your back. I wonder if I would be like that. Just be like, whatever. There's like little ports there, like metal ports, like whatever. I don't care. My fists are clenched as I bring the blankets up to my chin. I have to force them to relax. Everything's too bright, too much. Light bothers me. I end up clutching my pillow over my head to block it out. Put down your blinders, friend! Once I find that point of balance, my breathing slows. If I dream, I don't remember it. My mouth is burnt. Oh, there you go. There, your blinds are down a bit. Like, not well, but they're down, right? My mouth is burning dry when I wake up. It sounds like that things have kicked off. There's enough noise coming in that I doubt I'll be able to get back to sleep. I roll over and squint at the clock. It's about 10 or so. And it's still light out? Okay. I'm feeling a little, at least a little recovered. Guess I can go look for some water, or maybe a drink. I take a moment to pull my clothes on before pulling the door open. No, just go down there naked. Oh my god, let me turn that down a bit. Okay. It's like intimate get-together. We got some, like, alcohols, I think. You're doing it. I think there's about 15, maybe 20 people, counting me and the rest of us living here, so it's pretty high energy for how small the place is. I find a smile and nod a few pleasantries at people I half recognize while I gingerly weave towards the kitchen. I think Alex is talking to one of his coworkers, and that guy over there is one of Amir's old buddies. He's cool. Lark's talking to a goat in an all-black ensemble, leaning on a walker, but I don't think I know her. I'll have to ask later. Probably somebody in the exchange art scene I've only met virtually. As I finally reach the drinks table, I end up next to Alex just as he's saying goodbyes to his coworkers. Guess they're calling it an early night. He brightens up when he spots me. Julian! Amir mentioned what happened. That whole situation sounds fucked. You doing okay? I hope we didn't wake you. On a better day, maybe I could pretend, but he sees the answer before I speak. I mean, I gesture generally to the loud music and noisy crowd. Alex looked embarrassed. Yeah, no, you got me there. Sorry, man. It's fine. Don't get me wrong, the whole thing was pretty scary, but I'm feeling mostly better. Physically, at least. Still, probably gonna take it a bit easy tonight. Makes sense. Want me to grab you a soda or something? Nah. I reach over him and carefully pluck one of the ladles what I like off the table, and twisting off the, not ladles. What is this word? Laggers? Why did I say ladles? Whatever. You know me, guys. I love making up words. What's a laggers? Is that a beer? It says there's a bottle on. What? Twisting off the bottle top? Yeah. I guess. I don't know, man. I don't do things. Just means I'm gonna pace myself a bit. My man! No promises not to take pictures while somebody peels you off the floor later. Man, don't you dare! But seriously though, I don't think I'm going to be up for much. Probably for the best. You eaten yet? We have snacks and stuff set off in the living room. Or, I don't know, maybe some of that pizza left over if you want some. Snacks, but snacking's fine for now. Actually, I might get on that. Have fun! Oh, look at all this. Yeah, it's our dear boy. That's us back there, I guess. That's a cute design. I'm so used to us playing as, like, a twink in these games that I'm like, wait, that's like a standard built man over there. Look at him doing his thing. Unfortunately, getting to the snacks is easier said than done. Okay, this is fine. I just need to do a little maneuvering. I shuffle around the outside of the crowd, making my way towards... Oh, like everyone. Okay. What? Wait, what is a party goer? What is this word? I don't know, man. Acting as if the entire world we find ourselves in is a question without stakes. It's a rank nihilism, and I won't stand for it. Oh, good. Then we'd better get to the bottom of this one, shouldn't we? But why stop there? What if everything is fake? What if we're all just brains in jars, Come. There's a bottomless well of intellectual... sophistry? Okay, intellectual sophistry with your name on it. Oh, hell no. I'm not getting involved in whatever this is. I try to go unnoticed, inching over towards the chips and dip. Julian, you can settle this for us. Fuck. People always catch the antlers. Amir, far enough down the table to be out of line of fire, and laying waste to some pretzels. Guys like pretzels? I never buy pretzels myself. But if, like, there is a bowl of pretzels, I'm munching on them. I never get them myself. Oh well, I don't buy snacks that often. Shoots me a sympathetic glance. Next to him, the bowl of chips beckon untouched. It's a simple question, really. What lies beyond the walls? What? Outside, past the dome encircling our fair city, past the walls of Megiddo. Our friend here demands an accounting of every molecule in the universe before they can decide whether or not any of them are worth their time. So please, do indulge them. Maybe if I'm lucky, the earth will swallow me whole. I mean... Amir pipes up, and I have never been more grateful for that man in my entire life. Call me boring, but I'm just gonna go with the history class version. A real nasty bioweapon hit Earth. Harthen was already building some big underground facility for some spook shit. So a bunch of people with money and connections or whatever moved here. 100-some years later, Harthen's still running things. And here we are. Nobody enters, nobody leaves. Well, besides materials coming down the solar column and garbage going back up and out. And the last update said, what? Another 140 years before the surface is safe again? Then we can go outside and see sunny New Moscow. Moscow? New Mexico, they claim. But we could be anywhere, and it's 170 though. I suppose if Harthen told you that they could levitate, levitate up into the air, you'd believe that too. Excuse me. I interject before things can escalate. Well, I think it's a hoax. The bottom of the ocean? Oh, wait a minute. I didn't think about that one. What if we're all just like under the water? It's all a hoax? What Amir said. Space? Oh, if we're in a space dome? We're in sci-fi land, right? It could be space. I would believe space more than underwater. Like, it's all a hoax? It's nothing? Would it be? I don't know. I think like I would probably be this lazy. You know what? Like I would want it to be this. But you know what? I like our friend over here, and I would just kind of like go with the flow on things. I'm not a conspiracy nut. That's not me, guys. I just kind of like, oh yeah, like sure. What Amir said. I know it's not a very interesting answer. It's just the most likely. I mean, a conspiracy or whatever on that scale, from a logistics standpoint alone, it seems insane. Well, there you have it. Reality, bitter and mundane, tramps down on wildest imaginings. Resigned to our labor in the dreadful, unromantic confines of the post-American subterrane, we must imagine, what is this word? Sisyphus content. What is this expression? Okay. You're not even taking this seriously. Here I stand, clutching pearls before swine. Well, first of all, that's racist. Enough. I shan't endure this disrespect any longer. Gone. Bye. They storm towards the door, shoulder checking Alex on the way, who seems more confused than anything. Jesus, what was their problem? Fixated on an, epistemologist, a dilemma. Happens to the best of us. Anyways, what do you think is outside the dome? Dirt? Wait, no. Rocks! Right! This far down. I don't know, man. I'm not a geologist. And thus, the question is settled. I mean, if you're gonna do those sorts of party game questions, you should do the important ones, like, what would you do if you won the lottery? Oh god. Crass materialism is definitely an interesting topic. It is if you're any good at it. I think I'm suddenly coming around on the merits of the last conversation. Lark plants themselves firmly, ready for the battles to come. They're also still between me and the snack table, if they could just scoot a little to the right. So, let's see. After I got an estate up in the Wreath, a personal chef, and Archer's VIP season tickets, I think a private car is next, right? Like, you show up somewhere and you're already stunning on people. The desire that lurks within your innermost heart are grotesque. Honestly, you just get bored of it all in a week. Man, whatever. Think about it. I mean, really think about it. With that kind of money, You're out of the grind forever. You never have to work again. You never have to struggle again. You get to spend the rest of your life doing whatever you want. Never having to say, yes, sir, anyone ever again. I'd give my left nut for that shit. Don't act like you wouldn't. I wouldn't. I like my left nut. I also like Julian's left nut, if we're keeping score. Jesus Christ. Anyways, I would simply commission a thermonuclear device and have it drop on my boss, like a normal person. I don't know about all that. I think I'd open a bar. Amir, you work in a bar, and you complain about it all the time. You could do anything in the world, and you just keep doing the same thing. Yeah, well, if I ran the place, it wouldn't be shit. And what about you, Julian? Well, I mean, you already took the boss thing. I did. Vengeance is mine alone, saith the lark. So, man, I don't know. It's not the sort of thing I have a plan laid out for. Boring. The question is stupid, but I'm still with him on this one. Well, sorry to disappoint, I guess. Though, if we've sorted out the universe for the evening. Please move so I can get the chips, I'm dying. Well, I for one need another drink after that exercise. Oh, me too! The group gradually breaks up. I am, at least, able to get something to eat, and I end up nursing a second beer to go with it. I catch up with a few old friends and maybe make the first few steps towards some new ones. It's nice. It really has been a while since I really properly relaxed. But at some point, the company goes from pleasant to overwhelming, and the pounding music starts to make my head hurt. Maybe alcohol wasn't the best idea. I make my polite excuses and slip up to the relatively quiet of the second floor, heading out past the bedrooms and onto the balcony. It's only as I step out into the cool of the outdoors that I realize how warm it has been getting inside the house. I let out a breath, and I didn't realize I was leaning against the railing. Oh, hey! Sorry, hope I'm not interrupting. You're good. Come on, sit a while. I oblige, lowering my bulky frame into one of the deck chairs. It's late enough that the stars are on. I guess they would be projected, wouldn't they? Do you think they teach constellations here? Do you think they make sure that there are constellations up on that? Just be like, hey, this is what this one looked like. You know, if we could see them. Like the real ones. They subtly change which of these small dome embedded lights they illuminate each night. I look up to them, about 3 miles away, and try to discern some order or pattern. But it's all just noise. Just needed a break from the crowd. Something like that. Excuse me. Something like that. Maybe I'm still a little fucked up from work. He laughs ruefully, and I wince. I suppose he'd certainly know what that feels like. He takes a long drag of a cartridge in his hand and lets it out. The smell is smoky. Vapor that smells like smoke, under lights that look like stars. My head swims with it for a moment. I feel strange, like I might fall and tumble down into nothingness. Catching my look, he holds up the cartridge. You can relax. I'm not looking to get fucked up or anything. It's just for the pain. Oh, right. I wasn't thinking you were, for what it's worth. No improvement with the new doctor, huh? First one thought it was in my head. This one thinks it's some leftover firmware shit after I got fired. I still think they might have messed up my surgery in the first place. Had a way slower recovery than you did. Stuck living with it either way, I guess. Maybe he takes another shot of some specialist when I can scrape together the cash, but sure would be easier to do if the implants I'm paying for fucking worked. Hell of a thing to sell your body and then end up in the bargain bin. The statement hangs over us. There isn't anything I can say that he hasn't heard 1,000 times before. That sucks. I'm sorry. I'm here for you. I hope it gets better. He won't want to hear that shit again. The helplessness of it all makes me feel stupid and childish. But I give it my best shot anyway. You deserve better. The corner of his lips smirks into a smile. Maybe at the naivety of it, but it's something. Guess we all do. Well, it's true. Maybe. Doesn't do much good, even if it is. The childish feeling lingering mixes with frustration, becoming petulance? Petulance. Sorry, you know my vocab is the small. Just what he needed. An opinion on justice from somebody whose family meant he never needed to take out loans in the first place. Delivered while holding the functioning implant and cushy employment that Amir all but sold his soul for and no longer has. Maybe seeing my expression, he reaches out and puts a hand on my thigh. Sorry, I'm being shitty, I get you. You're good people, Julian. Always has been. His paw lingers, heavy and warm. It's the second time that it's been touched today, but this time I don't mind at all. The only thing worse than being in the shit is being in it alone. So, always gonna be glad I got you in the rest. Even without. His eyes flick to the wall, to their once shared bedroom on the other side, and Derek's absent, unspoken weighs down on the conversation with terrible gravity. Amir withdraws, leans back in his chair, sighing and shaking his head. Nah, none of that. Not tonight, at least. What have you been up to? Tell me about whatever bullshit you and Lark have been going on in the exchange. You've always got a good story. I sink back into my chair, drawing in a deep breath as my gaze drifts upwards. Alright, I think I'm gonna end the part here. So I hope you've all enjoyed, and I'll see you guys around.